Good morning. My name is Amber with Whole Self Emergence Release and Restore Yoga. Today's practice is going to be all about releasing some tension, stagnation in the hips, the lower back, and along the spine. We're going to start our practice again with the tapping on meridian points to just wake up some of those meridians, stimulate, activate them, and get some energy flowing in our body before we begin. So just start by bringing your fingers to your cheekbones, and we're just going to kind of firmly just tap along the cheekbones. And this is really grounding for our energy, which is always good. And it helps to depuff, start to break up any inflammation in the face. Get right here in the corners. And just notice if there's any sensitivity there. Breathe in and breathe out as you do it. Begin to really come into the space, into this moment. And we'll take our fingers right below the corners of our collarbone, and we'll start to just tap here. Again, just breathe in, breathe out. Just notice how this feels. And this one's really good for vital energy, bringing in some vitality and fresh energy to the body. And we'll bring our fingers, just one hand, right to our sternum, right to our breastbone. This is our thymus, really great for our immune system. Again, connect with your breath. And lastly, taking your fingers right to your lower ribs. And we'll tap here. And I forgot to mention for our practice today, we will need our bolster. So I'll try to put that in the title just so you know, being that I didn't disclose that right at the beginning. And release the hand. So yeah, I'll need my bolster today. And that was it for the tapping. So we're going to start our practice in deer pose. So I'm usually sitting up on the corner of a cushion or a folded blanket. This one, let's lean over onto our left side of our hip, and we're going to bring both of our legs back to the right, coming into two almost 90-degree angles. So your left shin is right in front of you, and your right thigh is over off into a 90-degree angle. And then once you're here, or this doesn't have to be perfect in any way. There is no such thing as perfect. So if you need to scoot your legs a little bit back closer together to make this a little more comfortable for the lower back, you do whatever you need to do to make this pose work for your body. And we're going to take our bolster, we're going to bring it right next to our left hip, and it's going to be going out lengthways. And you could, if you don't have a bolster, a couple bed pillows would probably work really well right here. And we're going to twist our torso over our cushion and slowly make our way down. And as you go, if you need to adjust the legs at all as you lower, you do that. Adjust the lower body, and we'll make our way down. Once you're here, just really let go onto the cushion. Let your hips release and let go here. Thighs, just focus on really getting heavy, releasing tension. Notice where you're feeling sensation. Connecting to your breath. Release through the shoulders. Continue that sense of releasing on each exhale. Just getting a little heavier, a little softer. As we slowly allow tension, stagnation, begin to release from the lower hips. Maybe some from our back body. We're getting a gentle twist in the spine, a little gentle twist to our digestive organs. Pressing into your forearms, into your hands. Slowly walk your hands in closer to your body. Leaning onto your left hip so you can extend your legs out. And we're going to bring them out to the sides. I'm not extending them to your full extent. So just coming to maybe about 60, 75% of your full extension here. We'll get nice and tall and then we'll walk our hands forward. Coming to your own edge. Might not be very far. You might be quite a bit further than me. Once you're here, you're welcome to round your back and just let your head hang. And getting nice and heavy again. Notice where you're feeling sensation, maybe the inner thighs, and backs of the legs, lower back. These are all just suggestions. Release and relax through the legs. Let them be soft and heavy. Let's press into our hands. Walk your hands in closer to the body. Slowly roll up through the spine. And just be here for a moment. Just noticing. Leaning back onto your hands. We can extend our legs out in front of us. Give the backs of the legs a little shake. And wiggle the toes. Start to move the ankles. Circle the ankles. And we'll lean over onto our right hip now. Bring both of our legs back to the left into those two 90-degree angles, thinking of how a deer sits with its two front legs when it's laying down. And we'll bring our bolster again to the right hand side of our hip, coming out lengthwise from our side, and we will turn our torso over that bolster and slowly make our way down as we adjust the lower body as well as we go. And slowly come down, let everything go. Adjust all that you need to once you're down here. Make all the micro adjustments that you feel like need to be made so you're able to really release and let go into the pose. Relax through the hips and the thighs, the lower back and the shoulders. Allow your upper body to just get heavy. Release just a little more with each exhale. Surrendering to gravity. And slowly press into the hands, into the forearms. Walk your hands in closer to the body. Slowly coming up, bringing your hands back to come back to center, leaning onto that right hip a little bit so you can extend those legs out in front of you. And just stay here for a moment, leaning back into your hands, maybe a slight arch to the back. You can wiggle the toes, move the ankles. And bring the soles of the feet to the ground, and we'll take our knees side to side. Gently twist the torso in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, we'll take our bolster and just bring it over to the side for now. Coming back into our comfortable seat, maybe sitting up on the edge of something. And we're going to take our hands, gather some energy right here at our root. Inhale as we come up. Flip the palms, bring them all the way up, and exhale as we bend to one side. Inhale as we come back up to center. And exhale as we bend to the other side. Inhale as you come back up. And twist. Inhale as you come back to center. And twist. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you sweep your hands down by your sides really slowly. Gather that chi. Inhale as you come back up. Flip the palms. And exhale as you bend to one side, getting a really nice stretch through the side body. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you bend to the other side. Inhale as you come back up to center. Exhale as you twist. Inhale back to center and twist the other way. Inhale deeply back to center and exhale as you sweep your hands down by your sides. Inhale as you come back up through center. Exhale. Bend. Inhale back up. And bend the other way. Inhale back up. And twist. Inhale back to center. And twist. Inhale back to center. And exhale, bringing your hands down by your sides. And just stay here and notice for a moment. It's called bend and twist like bamboo. A lot for the shoulders, maybe giving your hands and your arms a nice little shake from any of that tension we've just released. Keep it moving. And we'll bring our arms in front of us. Our forearms are facing each other, just light little loose fists with our hands in front of our chin or our face. Inhale as you open up through the shoulders, opening your chest. Exhale as you round the back, bringing your forearms back and together. This is called a spinal cord breath. Inhale as you open up like you're facing the sun. Exhale as you round the back, facing the earth. Inhale into the sky, opening up. Exhale, rounding the spine, coming back in. One more time. Inhale, opening up. We're getting the whole spine. Exhale as we round the spine. And again, let's shake the arms. It can feel so good. Just shaking from the hands, shake them like jelly, loosening up any of that tension. It's so good for the nervous system, so good for the lymphatic system, really good for the immune body to release, to get that lymphatic system moving. We're going to make our way onto our backs, and we need our bolster for this one. And you could use a folded blanket for this, or a pillow from your bed, cushion, slowly making your way onto your back. We're going to keep our knees bent with our soles of the feet on the ground. We're going to press into the soles of the feet, lifting our hips just enough to bring our bolster underneath our lower back, our sacrum. And again, if this is too high, a folded blanket would work here, a towel, folded towel. You decide the level of height that feels right for you. And once you're here, really release and let go. We'll stay in this supported bridge just for a moment before we set up in our low lunges, our reclined lunges. I love to feel that support underneath me, cradling my hips as I really start to let go and release. Bring that left knee in towards your abdomen. And we're going to stretch our right leg out. Extend the right leg out, coming onto that right heel. And once you're here, relax the shoulders, relax through the forearms. Begin to relax through the hips and the thighs. Letting everything start to soften. Feeling a stretch in that inner right groin area, that inner right thigh, maybe along your left-hand thigh. I know I feel it usually in my upper thigh. Again, this is always just a suggestion. Just go in and notice where you're feeling it. Continue to let go on those exhales. And give a little wiggle to the toes. You circle the ankle one way, circle it the other before lowering this foot down. And we'll lower our left foot back down to the floor. Bring your right knee in towards your abdomen, wrapping your hands around the outer shin. Extend that left leg out, coming onto the left heel. And begin to settle back into the pose. First, relaxing your shoulders, letting your arms just be heavy. Really no activation in the arms. Just allowing gravity to do the work as it pulls down on that right leg. Your left leg is just soft and heavy. Let's see if we can let go just a little bit more in the last few seconds in this pose, feeling everything just deepen, just a little heavier. Wiggle the toes. Rotate the ankle. Slowly lower that right foot down. Bring the left foot down to the floor next to the right foot. Pressing into the 2 feet. Lifting your hips just enough to start to slide your bolster down your mat. And we're just going to bring it underneath our knees and just rest here for a moment, allowing everything to restabilize, allowing your body to make sense of the pose, to restructure and start building and healing. Just let go here. Just notice sensations wherever you're feeling them. Any tension we've released, any energy we've stirred up. And we'll slowly remove our bolster over to the side. Bring the soles of the feet to the floor and maybe about match with distance. And we'll just take our knees side to side. Windshield wipering the knees, maybe turning your head in the opposite direction of the knees, getting a nice gentle twist to the spine. Loosening up that lower back. Moving any of that energy and that tension we've released. Trying to keep it from restagnating, moving it up and out of us. We have new space in the body. And we'll come back to center, take the soles of the feet together, bring the knees out to the side, coming into reclined butterfly. We won't be here for very long. Just again, it's another release. Really let go here for a moment. Bringing your hands to your thighs, guide your knees back together. Bring your knees in towards your abdomen, wrapping your hands around the front of your shins and maybe a little side to side. Just a nice little hug before we set up for our Shavasana. It might feel good just to move the knees, maybe out and away from each other, circling them, just moving those hips in the sockets. Bringing in some fresh new lubrication and circulation to all those areas that we have just opened and released. Just some organic movement here. Maybe bring your knees in towards you, maybe out further. And we'll slowly lower our feet back down and we'll set up for our Shavasana. We'll be here for 3 minutes, taking whatever you need to get comfortable and really relax and release into the pose. It might feel good since you have your bolster, pillow, or cushion to put that under your knees here. Maybe covering up with a blanket, maybe like a pillow for your head or something over your eyes. Really take your time with setting up. This is a pose. This is an actual pose. And it's a very important pose where our body is able to reset, to heal on a cellular level as we let go and release. Hand it all over. Deep breath, and as you exhale, just let everything go into your supports. Let's wiggle the fingers and the toes. You can always stay here for as long as you'd like. But if you're ready, circle the wrists and the ankles. And stretch the arms overhead. Maybe bring the soles of the feet to the floor. Maybe scooching your cushion, if you have it underneath, away from you, and just bringing your knees side to side. A nice stretch for the whole body. Turn over onto your side and slowly make your way into your comfortable seat. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel a little lighter, a little looser, and more relaxed. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.